Well, it is true that you cannot mix romance and work, or work and pleasure, because definitely one of them will suffer. Coming up. Well, Brigadier Matjeng just shocked all of us today at Madlanga Commission when she admitted that she was romantically involved with the cat Madlala, and how romantic Cat Madlala was. I mean, she's a brigadier. She should have known better that, especially when she found out that Cat Madlala is a criminal, that all this romance and this romantic gesture that Madlala was doing, it was so that he could just be able to maneuver his ways and maneuver his businesses or maneuver his criminal ways and be able to get SAPS deals or SAPS tenders. But shame, man. Brigadier Matjeng was so deeply in love and so involved that by the time she woke up, she was standing right in front of Madlanga Commission and singing like a bird. And of course, exposing her blunders and burying herself in the process. I mean, the cat started sending those proof of payment to Brigadier Matjeng, which totally compromised her position, and of course, their romance started getting septic and bearing fruits. Bitter fruits for both of them, clearly.
I met Mr. Madlala early in the year 2017 through a colleague who downloaded my photo on her WhatsApp status. The following day, she told me that my picture have attracted a lot of people, and there is a guy named Kat who requested her my contact. She asked for my permission if she should give him my contact. I then asked more information about this Kat guy, and she briefly described him. I then gave her permission to give Mr. Madlala my contact number. We then started talking with Kat and ended having a romantic relationship. We had an on and off cycle relationship. Sometimes we will even get a year break from one another without talking to each other. The romantic relationship is still in existence before his arrest. Mr. Madlala is romantic and showered me with gifts, including money. The romantic relationship...
Sorry. There's this sentence just before Mr. Madlala's arrest. I did not quite get what you were saying.
No, my statement here is saying the romantic relationship is still in existence.
Still in a?
Existence.
Distance.
Yeah.
Existence.
Existence. That was before his arrest.
So, the arrest did not end the relationship. It interrupted it. No, I just need to be clear. Sorry, it sounded like a joke. It's not. I just needed to understand that section of the statement.
It's a difficult question for me, Commissioner, because I haven't spoken to him since.
Let me put it this way. The two of you did not end the relationship. You did not say, either one of you or both, the relationship has ended.
I presume it's ended. Yeah.
The answer to the question is none of you two has ended that relationship. You didn't say to him, I'm no longer in a relationship with you, and he's not said that to you either. I think that's what you're being asked. It's that direct question.
Normally when two people go their separate ways, sometimes there will be no communication. Then you'll have to assume that this relationship has ended. With him, we never have that thing of, no, I can't continue with the relationship. It happened that no, we are not in speaking terms. I'm not talking to him, he's not talking to me for a year, and then the end of our relationship. Hence, when I explained it, I said we had an on and off relationship.
Yeah, but Brigadier, the question is simpler than what you're explaining. It is, he got arrested. By the time he was arrested, you were in a relationship with him. That's what you tell us.
Yes.
You were in a continuing relationship with him. What you're being asked is simply this. At no point after his arrest has he said to you, I no longer want a relationship with you, and neither have you done that. You haven't said to him, now that you are arrested, or for whatever reason, I no longer have a relationship with you. And it's that simple a question, so you can either say yes or no. We're wrong.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Brigadier, you were at the last sentence of paragraph 40.
The romantic relationship was well known to people close to my circle, and it is an open secret that we were in an on and off relationship. Conclusion. During our relationship, I knew Mr. Matlala as a businessman, having several businesses like Cat VIP Company, Medicare 24/20 District, and other company. I have never borrowed money from Mr. Matlala, and the monies and gift received from 2017 was a gift from a boyfriend. None of the gift nor monies received from him were related to me having an influence to the awarding of the tender or the execution thereof, as I started receiving them from 2017 while being in our on and off relationship. From the inception of our romantic relationship, he will pay money directly into my FNB account. But when he was requesting another bank account, I asked him why another bank account, and he stated the following. He doesn't want the wife to find out about our relationship, the gift and the monies, because she knows me only as a friend. Now that he has a contract with SAPS, he doesn't want it to look like he's paying me for favors and doesn't want the gift to jeopardize my career, as other people might think about it in the wrong way. The account used was for a friend, Mudieri Kakana, who owns a butchery, and Mudieri will also complain to me that Mr. Matlala owes her money for the meat that he will normally donate to the members of the community, the friends when they are having funerals, and also from one of his baby mamas. I do not have further details on this issue, but I know, can I make a correction there? It was a typo. I said he owed her 38. It should be he owed her 338,000. While we were in a relationship, in my own knowledge, he was never arrested nor convicted of any criminal offense, which will have made me doubt or think that he's engaged in any criminal activities. I have never experienced any evil side which is being portrayed currently, and I know him as a humble, respectful, and a romantic person.
Brigadier, when you say in my knowledge, did you inquire? I mean, as far as I'm aware, Mr. Matlala has a long rap sheet. That's what they call it in, I think you understand what I mean. He's got a long record that includes convictions and various arrests, and he was charged several times and charges were dropped. So when you say in my knowledge, what do you mean? Do you mean that you checked? Or you did not check and therefore you were not aware? So that statement cannot be correct then. You cannot say, while we were in a relationship, in my knowledge, he was never. Maybe you can say from 2017 onwards. But once you say never.
Okay, that's correct, Commissioner. I meant to say from the 2017, since our relationship, he was never arrested nor convicted of any criminal offense.
Then let's go to the next chat on still the 15th of December at 17:04. You text Mr. Matlala, you don't have money, ungithumele. And his response is, I don't have bank account. And you respond with Yane. I just wanted to understand in relation to this was just ordinary boyfriend-girlfriend talk.
That's correct.
And he also then indicates that he would be opening another account. Now, if you look at the next message on the 18th of December at 13:27, we won't get into it. You just send Mr. Matlala a correspondence that you received, and you asked him for assistance.
That's correct.
And again here, just to confirm, this was regular boyfriend-girlfriend.
Yes,
and
because
interaction.
yes, commissioners, because previously I told him about this account that I was owing and could not settle the account. I told him in September 2023 because I had an incident in September 2023. It's a very traumatic incident which I do not want to divulge what happened there. But at the end of the day, my car was burned down. So, yeah. And because of this account, I have challenges in getting finance to buy a new car.
And then if we could turn to, there's a series of calls that then follows since then, so we're not going to go through those calls. But if you turn to page 9, and Commissioners, just to make sure that you have regard to a statement in particular, paragraph 45. Brigadier, you'll see there on the 10th of January 2025 at 10:46. Perhaps maybe the best place to start is that there's a call that you make to Mr. Matlala at 9:31 on that day. Thereafter, Mr. Matlala responds at 10:46 with morning. Please send me account number, not yours, please. Sorry, was busy with Paulfin. They only paid 30% of the invoice. You see that?
That's correct. I see it.
And then you respond at 11:25 by saying good morning, morning, Mr. V. And you provide then a account number of Osizweni Meat Hyper.
That's correct.
And then you, at 16:03, I just want to cover the text for this day. You respond and say, did you do it? I need to pay and send proof of payment today.
That's correct.
And then this is followed by 2 calls on this day, right? So that's just the 10th. I'll stop there for now. Now, you start there, Mr. Matlala at that point at 10:46 requests for you to send an account number that is not yours. And this was to send you money. This was to send you money.
Yes, that's correct.
And this is confirmed by what you say at paragraph 45 of your statement.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And please explain why did he want you to use an account number that was not yours?
Yes, I did ask him why he wants an account number that is not mine, because I knew that Mr. Matlala have my account, my bank account details Then he said to me, no, you see, I don't want the wife to find out that I'm giving you money, gifts, and whatever. And furthermore, he says now that he has a contract in SAPS, it will end up looking like gratification.
Okay, and when he then says this to you, what is your response?
I understood the reasons that he provided me.
And did you think these reasons were sound to engage in this sort of transaction?
Yes.
That it would be okay? Did you think it would be okay?
As my boyfriend, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Brigadier, when did you ask him for the reasons before you gave him the bank account details of Osizweni?
No, I gave him, but we previously spoke about it. And I could understand the reasons why he wanted a different account number than mine.
When you say previously, what do you mean? We have a WhatsApp message where for the first time, he's asking you to give him an account number, which is not yours, please. That's what he does at 10:46. And then at 11:25, you send him this details of his bank account that he's asking for. Now, you clearly, if you had a call in between, it would show here on this trail, because that's the order of these WhatsApp message of what we have in front of us. Now we know from this that there was no telephone call between you and him after he requested and when you gave him this. Hence my question: when would you have had that discussion before he asked you to give him a bank account other than yours?
That will be before he asked for the account number during our calls or during our visits, whereby he was showing me or he was saying to me, I will no longer transfer money into your direct bank account because of the following reasons.
So if you had that discussion, why would he say to you at 10:46, not yours, please? Because you've already discussed it. You've already agreed. He's told you in advance. You have understood the reason. Why would he at 10:46 say to you, not yours, please, if you knew and understood that you are not to give him your account number?
I don't know, Commissioner. Maybe it's a reminder. He's reminding me not to give him my account number.
No, let me suggest to you that it's not true that you had discussed it before he sent you this message. It's not true. You hadn't discussed it at all. If you had discussed it, he wouldn't tell you. He wouldn't need to tell you, don't send me yours. And the reason he's doing that, it is because you don't know not to send him yours. So what you're saying there now is it's not true.
And then, Brigadier, is that then the amount of money that was then sent to you through that account?
Is the amount that was sent by Mr. Matlala through this account. But unfortunately, I never benefited from this money because Mr. Matlala was owing Osizweni the money. On the first one, the lady just totally refused to give me the money. She said she can't give me the money if Mr. Matlala is owing her.
All right, I want to...
No, Brigadier. Page 10, the bottom email, you say, yes, got it. Thank you very much and apologies. And you have an emoji of hands that ordinarily I used to say thank you. At this point, Mudieki has told you the money has come in. And if she had told you you're not getting the money, you would have said it here. And you would not have apologized because you don't have the money.
No, I said, yes, got it, she got it. Thank you very much and apology.
No, you didn't say yes, she got it. You said yes, got it.
Yeah,
yes, so you got the money. Let me finish. You got the money, one. 2, you thank Mr. Madlala for the money. 3, you apologize for the tantrum that you threw earlier on about this. All of that is inconsistent with Mudiehi having just said to you, yes, I've got the money, but I'm keeping it. Or even just saying, I've got the money. It's inconsistent. Whatever explanation you seek to give us now, these documents, this WhatsApp exchanges is inconsistent with your explanation.
She confirmed that she got the money, Commissioner, and I thanked Mr. Matlala for transferring the money. But when I went to her so that she can transfer the money, she just totally refused.
And did you go back to Mr. Matlala to say, I'm still in trouble financially? Give me that 300,000 rands that you gave me, because you still have these people that are chasing you.
Yes, I did.
Did he give you?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Let me tell you what it suggests. Let me suggest to you what this is. In fact, it's not even a suggestion. Your WhatsApp message doesn't say, yes, she got it. You are now inserting she in a WhatsApp message where you are saying you've got it. You say, got it. You're not saying, Mudiehi got it. You say, yes, got it. Any reader of this WhatsApp message, except you, will understand it to mean you have the money. That's what you're telling him, that I now have the money. And any reader will understand this WhatsApp message to say you are thanking him very much because you have the money. You are no longer under the pressure that you were earlier on in the early WhatsApp messages. And any reader will say, you are apologizing because now you have the money. You were pressuring him, now you have the money. Your explanation just doesn't accord with this WhatsApp message, and it cannot be true. Thank you, Ms. Bob.
Brigadier, staying in this line of questioning, if you go to, and I don't mean to deal with all 3 transactions now, but I fear we have to. If you go to page 24, if you have regard to page 24, correct, which is a proof of payment of 100,000 sent to the account that you provided to Mr. Matlala. And Mr. Matlala provides you with this proof of payment on the 4th of February at 13:10. If it was correct that after Mudiehi refused to give you the first 100,000 that was sent or received on the 12th of Jan, by this stage, Mr. Matlala would know that you don't get the money when he sends it through this Osizweni meat market. Why would he send the next 100,000 through that same account and send you the proof of payment?
He sent it to Osizweni Butcher to pay his debt. And even on the 3rd one, he was paying the money that he's owing Mudiehi. But he will send a proof of payment for me so that I can inform Mudiehi that the money has been paid into his account.
Brigadier, if you look at the message that follows just after the proof of payment is sent, and Mr. Matlala then says, I will calm you, still fighting with Udire and the lawyers. I don't understand your answer when you say he's sending you the proof of payment so that you can communicate that to Mudiehi, yet he's clearly saying here that he's calming you.
I think he wanted to say, I will call you, still fighting with Udire and the lawyers.
Why is Mr. Matlala sending you this proof of payment as opposed to sending it to Mudiehi?
I don't know.
You
don't know.
cannot-
Maybe it's because
You cannot not know. They have a business relationship, according to you, in terms of which Mr. Matlala buys meat that runs into hundreds of thousands. You said, what, 300,000 and something?
Yes, that's correct.
So
Commissioner.
they have a direct relationship. Why should you be the conduit when it comes to Mr. Matlala proving that he has made payments? Doesn't make sense at all. Why must you suddenly be the conduit? They have an existing business relationship.
They had an,
Mr. Matjala buys the meat there directly without your involvement. Is it so that that's without your involvement?
that's correct.
So why now, when he pays his debts, does he have to give the proof of payment to you for you to forward to Osizweni? Doesn't make sense, Brigadier. Think of something better than that.
In most of the time, when I will have queried him to pay his debts, he will pay them and send me a proof of payment to say, I've honored my debts.
I will tell you why you are saying this. Commissioner Baloyi engaged you on you saying you got it, thank you very much, and then the thank you emojis as well. And you said you actually did not get the money. Now you foresee, having gone through the bank statements, you foresee that you are going to be questioned by the evidence leaders and possibly the commissioners as well on why there would have been a payment in January of 2025, there would have been a payment in April of 2025, there would have been another payment in March of 2025, all of which are 100,000 rand each. So you foresee that it does not make sense for Mr. Matjala to continue paying into this account when you actually do not receive the payments, and you come up with this story that he owed money to Osizweni. That is what is happening here, and we see through it, Brigadier. We see right through it. Your comment?
It's not a story, Commissioner. Indeed, he owed Osizweni Butchery the money.
And why do you suddenly become an agent in all of that when they have been dealing with each other without your involvement? Why do you suddenly become an agent?
I was not an agent, and I think the Osizweni Butchery, the lady, she was not the only person that I assisted to get Mr. Matjala to pay them.
And
even
why was that your business? You should have actually been mad with Osizweni that they took away 800,000 rand that you would have used to pay in respect of your car that got bent down. You would have been mad with Osizweni. Why it should have been your business to see to it that they are paid escapes me.
I think I have a way of talking to him so that he can honor.
But why was it your business to do that?
I felt sorry for the lady because she has a good heart. Mr. Matjala is owing her, and he's been owing her for quite a number of years.
You have said that the 100,000 rand was paid so that you could make a payment in respect of your car that was bent down, and because now you were being chased by attorneys, and you said this was by no means a gratification in the sense of corruption/bribery. I will suggest to you that a plausible explanation for these payments, 300,000 rand on what we see, was actually what you say they were not. That is, the payments were not. Is that not the plausible explanation? Because otherwise, what you say does not make sense. In particular, why do you become a conduit for Osizweni when Mr. Matjala was dealing directly with that business? So the plausible explanation for me was that this was actually a gratification, or at least, to soften it, indications are that it was a gratification. And you would then assist him in whatever way you could in respect of the contract. What's your comment?
Commissioners, I don't disagree that the money was meant for me. And I don't disagree that I'm the one who requested the money. But at the end of the day...
When you say the money, I refer to 300,000 rand. So when you say the money was intended for you, you are referring to the 300,000 rand?
No, I'm referring to the 100,000.
Okay, continue about the plausibility of what I'm positing to you. Please comment on that.
The 100,000, even though it was meant for me, at the end of the day, I never received that money due to the debt that Madlanga had with Osizweni Butchery.
And then for the remaining part of the debt, you suddenly become the conduit for the payment of that debt.
I think it was only
Just the one?
Yeah.
Just the one Ms. Powe referred you to?
Yes.
I will leave it because I've already asked you questions around why you suddenly became a conduit in that regard.
Can I, just to make sure, Brigadier, that I understand your evidence, are you admitting that you received the second 100,000 that was paid in February and you received the March one? Or are you saying Modiegi took all of this money?
All three of them I never received.
Okay. And so the January one, because you asked Mr. Madlanga the first time, at least that we can see, not ask actually. He says to you on the 12th of January, please ask your friend to check a balance. I just got notification that the transaction went through. That's Mr. Madlanga to you at 18:10. And then at 18:15 on the 12th of January, you say, yes, got it. Thank you very much. And apologies. You say you never received that 100,000 rands because on this schedule on page 91, there's a transaction from Mr. Madlanga to Osizweni between the 12th and the 13th of January. So we know it has to do with that WhatsApp message that I just read now, right?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. And you say you never received that 100,000 rands?
I never received it.
And you told Mr. Madlanga?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that Modiegi has kept the money?
Yes.
Okay. Why would you have him pay the next amount in February? You've told us in your statement that he owed her 338. You've made a point of correcting so that, and it fits in perfectly with these payments. You made a point of correcting that it's 338,000, not 38,000. Now, if Modiegi kept, so you knew how much he owed her, 338. If Modiegi keeps the first 100, why would you have Mr. Madlanga pay into the same account the second 100?
Because I wanted her to pay his debt. He was owing quite a lot of people, and in most of the instances, I will intervene.
No, this is money meant for you, which you never got. So what do you mean you wanted him to pay his debts? This is your money. It's coming to you. It's supposed to come to you in February. It's not Modiegi's money. It's not Mr. Madlanga settling a debt, at least not to other people, maybe to you. But we know that this is money meant for you in February. But Modiegi has already kept your January money. Why would you still have Mr. Madlanga pay into Modiegi's account when you know that he owes her and Modiegi keeps the money? Why would you do that? It's not normal human conduct that when they've kept your money, you say, oh, to Mr. Madlanga, pay again into that same account. Where I know and I expect you will do exactly the same thing.
And I never said to him he must pay again to that account, and I never requested the February and the March money. He paid it into that account, knowing very well that he's owing Osizweni.
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you just make it make sense, please? You see, so you say the money at page 91 was meant for you, right? All of it, those 100,000 rands.
No, the first one, only the first one.
I thought you accepted that even the February was meant for you.
No, it was not for me.
And the third one?
It was not for me.
Okay. So you know that he was paying Mudiekhe. You knew that. It wasn't your money. He wasn't helping you.
I knew that he was paying his debt to Osizweni Butchery, but the first money
Yes.
is the one that was meant for me.
So the second and third were not meant for you.
They were not meant for me.
Okay. And so at page 24, where he sends you proof of payment for February, you say why he sent you that proof of payment?
He sent me a proof of payment to show that he's paying his debt from Mudiekhe.
Okay. Why did he need to show you that he's paying Mudiekhe?
Because most of the time I will urge him to pay the people that he's owing. I will urge him to pay the service providers. I will also urge him to pay the doctors. And he will call me back to say, I have paid so and so, or either send me a proof of payment to say we already did as a company.
Well, Brigadier, maybe let me, in fairness to you, say to you that I do not believe you for what it matters. Yeah, I think you're not being honest with us about this payments and this Mudiekhe issues. These are monies that were meant for you. These are monies that you received. And when Mr. Matala sends you proof of payment on page 24, it is to confirm to you that I have paid. The money is in that account. When you say, got it, thank you, apologies, it's all money meant for you. What you're telling us now and trying to explain away these payments as money is owed to Mudiekhe, that's not true. In fact, it is false. I want to put that to you.
Brigadier, you were good friends with Mudiekhe, correct?
That's correct.
And before you gave Mr. Matala this account number, you must have told Mudiekhe that you are in a desperate situation and you desperately need money, correct?
That's correct.
So she was aware of your desperate situation.
That's correct, Commissioner.
And a good friend that she is would have understood that you need this money.
Sometimes they say money can come between friends.
Yeah. And the fact that you kept inquiring means you were desperate. You wouldn't even wait for Monday because Mr. Matala even says to you, wait, it's a weekend, be patient. That's how desperate you were. Correct?
Not that desperate, because already I was paying that money on a monthly basis from my salary.
Yes.
But now, the frustration that I had with him is that here we are, once again, he promised me money, he's not delivering. And it was not the first time that it happens that he will promise me something and he doesn't deliver. And we will stop talking to each other.
This is what I find difficult to believe, that a friend of yours, knowing that you are desperate for this money because you want to settle a judgment debt, would take advantage of you and use the money for her own benefit and not care that you desperately needed this money. I find that hard to believe.
From my side, I understood her situation, because if you are owed money for a long period, now the person that is owing you, he's paying the money which is meant for another person. I will also keep the money,
Now,
despite my friend's situation.
did you continue to become good friends with Mudiekhe after this incident?
No, we didn't.
The friendship ended.
It did not end, but it was no longer a nice friendship.
Now, if what you are saying about the first payment is correct, the normal reaction as chair put to you would have been to tell Mr. Matala, I don't care about Mudiekhe anymore. Don't even pay her what you owe her. She's a bad person. That's the normal reaction, that she's a thief. She stole my money. She's not a loyal friend. She knew about my desperate situation. She took advantage of it. Whatever you owe her, don't pay her anymore. Let her sue you for it, but I don't care about her anymore. That would have been the normal reaction.
It will be unfair of me to react in that manner, knowing Mudiekhe's situation very well. And again, knowing how Mr. Matala is always assisting people when they have funerals, he will go there or he will send people to go and collect the funeral packs from Modiegi. So if I say don't pay money anymore, then the people of the community will not be assisted.
Last question. If we were to call Modiegi to this commission and ask her about these payments, and if she confirms that you did get the payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and the rest of your evidence? Remember, I qualified it with if. If we call Modiegi to come and give evidence and she confirms that you got these payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and on all the other issues?
I guess I must be charged because I lied under oath.
I'm glad you understand that.
Can I just check this with you? You said to Commissioner Kumalo that the relationship with Modiegi has ended because the money has come between you two, right?
It's not ended.
It's no longer good. Yes, it's no longer good. So before, when you gave Mr. Matjala Modiegi's number, Osizweni Butchery's bank account details, you had a good relationship at that point.
That's correct,
Okay.
Commissioner.
Then he pays the 100,000 rands that is meant for you.
That's correct, Commissioner.
You don't get it.
That's correct, Commissioner.
And your relationship continues to be good.
Not good.
Sorry, say that?
Not good.
Okay. So if at that point she's taken your money and the relationship is not good, how do you go to Mr. Matjala and say, pay Modiegi her money that you owe her? When your relationship is no longer good, she's kept your money. You now go to him and say, you know what, pay her, you owe her. How do you do that, and why should we believe that happened?
I never went to him and say, pay Modiegi the money that you owe her after she kept my money. I just indicated to him that you are owing Modiegi a lot of money and she doesn't want to give me that money. Please make sure that you pay her the money. And like I'm saying, Commissioner, I have intervened in a lot of people that Mr. Matjala
No,
was
don't tell
owing.
me. No, please don't tell me about other people. I'm interested in the story that you have told us. Remember, you've already told us something, so I'm really interested in just that story. And I'm interested in it because it does not make sense that your friend keeps your money. Remember, you are desperate. You are very desperate. And that's why you are harassing. Harassing is my word. I'm not meaning it in a negative way. But you apologize eventually because you appreciate that your conduct towards him about this money was quite forceful. So you're desperate for this money because you're running, these guys are chasing you. Your friend gives you a bank account for you to receive payment. She keeps the money. Your friendship, as one would expect, your friendship, if someone has kept my money, I would react like you immediately. My friendship with them gets affected immediately. What I don't understand is after that, how are you still the same person who's still desperate? Because you haven't told us that you got the money elsewhere, right? She took your 100,000 rands. You haven't told us, well, I went and got it somewhere. What you actually have told us is Mr. Matjala didn't replace that money that Modiegi keeps. But you're the same person that says to him, you owe Modiegi, pay her. That's not consistent with human conduct of a person who's desperate for money and who's been betrayed by a friend who's keeping her money, notwithstanding her desperation. And then you go and you feel sorry for her because she's desperate. It just doesn't make sense that, and it's improbable that things happened the way you describe them. It's just improbable. Do you want to comment?
I don't know how to comment further than what I have commented, Commissioner, but that's the sequence, that's the way it happened.
A different question arising from your earlier discussion with the chairperson. In page 92, you've got that list of payments to you starting in 2019 to 2021, and you say you accept that. They indicate that they come from Mr. Matlala's different companies, Falcon Cat, Medicare 24, Black AK, and another one from him personally, it indicates. or at least it says, Vusimuzi Matala, you've confirmed you received those payments. Now, in the period between 2019 June, which is what this schedule is, to September 2021, you have received from Mr. Matala a total of 113,500 rands. That's what you've received. And they're broken down into small amounts, 10,000, 3,000, 10,000, 10, 10, 10, 15, 5, 20, 10, and then 10. How do you explain the sudden escalation? I mean, he used to give you small numbers. And I'm asking this because the chair earlier suggested to you that the huge amounts that you now receive, the 100 that you are now being paid, suggests that there may well have been a part of it, if not all of it, being gratification. Now, if you look at that huge amounts, the hundreds that you're receiving vis-a-vis what you were receiving in 2019, all of to 2021, all of which totals to just over 100,000 rand over a longer period than what you get in January, February, March. It does suggest that what you now receive after the Medicare contract may well be or include gratification for your role in managing this contract, the facilitation that you are making, the role that we see you playing now, the active role you are playing in this contract. That's what it looks like.
I do not agree, Commissioner. Maybe by then his financial status was a little bit low. Hence, he could give the 10,000 rand and the 20,000 rand. And now, his financial status
he's become richer now. That's why he's giving you so much money. That's what it is, right? That's what you want to say.
His financial status has changed for the better. And knowing my current situation, that by then I was struggling to buy a vehicle, we were pushing so that he can buy me a car.
Okay, thank you.
Brigadier, just one small thing. If you look at after the message where you say, yes, got it, thank you very much, and
Which
apologies,
page?
on page 10 of the chat. In particular, if you look at the days that follow, right? So the next chat, or rather, there's a call that happens on the 16th. There's a series of calls thereafter, more calls on the 17th. And then on the 17th at 10:15, you text Mr. Matlala, morning, Mr. V. And from your interaction with Chair earlier, this is your way of calling him affectionately. Now, if you then consider that from the 11th, you were desperately asking for assistance, he says, calm down. On the 12th, you're checking again. You say, thank you, got it, apologies. And then you don't get the money. So you're still in that desperate situation. And I use desperate because that's the wording you use in that text at 10:51. You're still in the desperate situation. Yet, if you look at the days that follow, there's nothing that says you communicated with him your desperation, or is it that you gave up then asking?
By this time, he promised me that once he's settled, then he'll see what he can do.
So your evidence
But remember,
after he settles the entire 300,000 for Osizweni?
not yet. No, it's not yet. This is still in January.
Yes.
The other monies came in February as well as in March.
No, I'm saying to you that you display that you're in a desperate situation. You say, thank you, you got it, but you didn't get it. But there's nothing in the days that follow that displays that sense of desperation continued because you didn't get the money. And in fact, the next text that you send on the 17th, you back to the affectionate morning, Mr. V.
Yes, because I understood that it was not his fault that money did not come through to me. He did what he was supposed to do from his side.
And
Can I just add something to that, to Ms. Bowe? You see, your last text of the 12th January, it's where you say, got it, thank you. And I think that's what Ms. Bowe is seeking your comment on, is on these records, your next communication with Mr. Matlala is the 16th of January. So 12, 13, 14, 15. In fact, the 16th is at 1:45. So the 13, the 12th, after you said got it, at 18:15. After that, you don't call Mr. Matlala to say Mudiekhe is refusing to give me the money. You don't call. And the next call between the two of you is on the 16th of January. So after Mudiekhe told you I'm keeping the money, you say nothing to Mr. Matlala, at least according to these records. So even your earlier answer that you did tell him, certainly not on the 12th, not on the 13th, not on the 14th, and not on the 15th, which is really strange and curious for someone who from the 9th was calling intermittently, sending messages many per day. As you know, you were doing that, saying, where's the money, where's the money? Send me proof that you have paid it. You did that, and we have all of that on page 9 and page 10. And then you stop at, yes, got it, thank you very much. You stop, and the next time you engage with him is the 16th. That's inconsistent with your conduct earlier about your desperate situation and someone who didn't get the money that was paid into Osizweni's account, which they desperately need. It's truly inconsistent. It cannot be true, what you're telling us.
Commissioners must just take note that in between the calls, there will also be visits. It's not only that we were restricted to the calls and the WhatsApp messages. There will be visits whereby he will come and talk to me. And after the money, I did not go directly after it was transferred to Mudiekhe to request the money or to discuss how he will give me the money. Hence, maybe after that, there are no calls. I'm not saying anything to him. But in between this check, we will see each other maybe twice in a week, 3 times in a week.
Are you now saying to us that you told him during a visit that Mudiekhe, we know you didn't tell him on the phone because there was no telephone calls between you. We know, no. Let me finish my question. We know you didn't do a call. You didn't tell him on the phone on the 12th, and the next time you talk to him is on the 16th. We know you didn't WhatsApp him in that period. Are you now telling us that you told him during a visit, and it has to be because it's not on your recorded calls and WhatsApp messages? It can be, it might be. If it's not recorded here, as I've pointed out, there's no record of calls, there's no record of WhatsApp messages. You could only have told him on a visit.
I'm not sure which word should I be using because I said it might be, and you say I must not use it might be.
Yes, it might be means you're uncertain.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, you can do better than that. If it's not on a call, which we've agreed there are no calls. After you said, thank you, got it. There are no calls until the 16th. We've agreed there are no WhatsApp messages. And I'm saying, and you say, well, there were visits in between. And I say, well, then you could only have told him during one of your visits. The answer is obvious. It's an obvious, of course, it would have been one
During
of the
the
visits.
visits.
Otherwise, it didn't happen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Commissioner.
Wow. Some women out there, the fact that they are matured and they're even brigadiers doesn't count for anything. It don't count for anything at all. Well, from my standpoint, guys, a brigadier should have seen the cat coming way far away. Wow. Anyway, what do you think? Let me hear your comment below, guys. And of course, if you are coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.